Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. And tonight we have the amazing Dee Wallace, and we're going to be talking about health and wellness, how you're the creator of each. And we're getting into what's the main belief that's in our way of accepting this power. By focusing on sickness and what's wrong, it's counterproductive to the creation of health and wellness.
Totally.
How does self-love figure into the creation of health and wellness? And accepting our power of creation, why it's so hard. And this is going to be a deep, expansive, and extremely empowering call. So I
And
encourage you
fun.
all to listen through, join in, feel in with your hearts. We'll get into Q&A later, which will be amazing.
Yep.
And it's a Dee special offer where you get an opportunity to have a not only a channeled message from Dee, but really the wisdom that's coming from the science of spirituality and the way that Dee weaves that together. And again, we'll get into that a little bit later on the call. But Dee, with that introduction, just welcome back. It's so wonderful to have you back home.
Oh, home. Yeah, I always feel like I'm home when I'm with you, John.
Mhm.
And you just have created such a loving, amazing, hungry community
Mhm.
to live their highest lives. So it's always lovely when you're speaking to people who want it and understand it. It's different than going in and going, well, let me start at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm always so happy to be here with you and your peeps.
Thank you. Well, they're your peeps also. So
Mm.
let's dive in, Dee. Again, there's so much that's pouring through you about this topic and how really our health, our consciousness, there's so much at play right now, and our power to go beyond a victim mindset or the belief of how we've interacted with these
Yeah,
constructs before to really reclaim something powerful within ourselves.
indeed. I want people to understand that health and wellness goes across every subject in your life,
Mm,
not just your physical and your mental health. It affects your money, it
mhm,
affects your relationships, it affects everything. And the basic core of creating anything you want is your belief system. As you believe, that's the life you're going to experience.
mm,
So there's no destiny, no fate. You are always at the core of what is being created successfully or not in your life. I was don't know why I'm plunging into this here. They're taking me there. So I'm an open book. So in July, they found out I had blood clots. And I went to the body book and didn't really resonate. And I was sitting here before the show going, all right, because I have bunches of notes here. Is there anything else you want me to bring to these people? And they directed me to ask about my blood clots. And it's a really, really good example of what I'm talking about, because if you don't address the root energetic cause in health and wellness, um, it's difficult, challenging, let's use that word. It's challenging to get to your primary and basic and natural state of health and wellness. So, you know what they gave me was blood clots are about thick blood.
mm,
And it just knocked me between the eyes, because growing up, you know, you've heard you've got to have really thick skin, right? To get through this world, you have to have thick skin. Well, we were kind of taught in my family
Mm.
that you had to have really thick blood to be able to stand up to all the trials. It's as simple and as complicated as that, right? So if I believe that I have to have thick blood to get through, I'm going to create that thick blood over the years, aren't I?
Mm.
I sat here stunned and I thought, okay, body, I'm telling you right now, don't need you, don't want you. I love my thin blood because I know I'm the creator of me.
Mm.
And that's the way it's going to be. And that is literally the biggest belief that is keeping us from embracing this power is I don't think I have the power to do this.
Mm.
So that ties in, of course, with I can never be the powerful God of me,
Mm.
which we are all taught, John, from the time we're conceived. You know, if we hold ourselves small, God loves us more. God
Mm.
loves the humble. The humble people get into heaven, right? Not the powerful people. And your friends will like you more if you're a nice, sweet little girl, Deanna. That's what I was taught. Be the sweet, nice little girl, you know? And I've learned over the years to match the two of those things, my heart and my goodness and my love, with my power.
Mm.
And I, my life is a perfect example of creating from the harmony of those two things. You know, I'm telling everybody, I'll be 76 in December. I have more energy than a lot of my clients that are 40,
Wow.
you know, and it's because I love everything I do, but mostly I love me. I love who I am. And you take that out into the world, and the world wants to play with that. Your body wants to play with your self-love.
Mm.
You know, our bodies are really our first universe, right? If something is showing up in your body that is not health and wellness, you better believe there's a belief behind it, like I've got to have thick blood to get through.
Mm.
All right, I'll shut up and let you ask a question.
No, don't shut up. I love it. And the thick blood. I mean, considering the industry and the stakes and the competition and the rejection, the acceptance, the fame, and then falling down from the pedestal of that, you would think that, yeah, thick
Yeah.
blood, thick skin, it's what's necessary. It's like it makes sense. How did you get to the root of it? Because someone can be listening and say, I've got back problems, my sciatica is out, I've got high blood pressure. It's like, how do I discover the root of that for myself? And other
Call
people have
me.
spoken about getting these messages, getting to the root of it, then it will heal. It's
Well, I can tell you the quickest shortcut is
yes.
always to go to love. So
Hmm.
I want to can I do a little exercise with everybody?
That'd be wonderful. Yes.
Okay. Everybody pick something you're really angry about, or somebody you're angry about, or somebody you hate. And we all have them. Come on. So pick one thing, close your eyes, and feel the anger or the hatred or the judgment or the fear. Just really let yourself go into ugh, that feeling. Now feel what it feels like in your body, especially your heart center. What does that anger and fear feel like? I want you to feel the constriction. That constriction creates high blood pressure. that restriction, especially anger, creates cancer.
Mm.
Now, think of the color red or blue and go to the biggest experience of love. Oh, I went right to my grandson, my new grandson. Just think of something you love a lot, my doggy, a child, a place in nature. Close your eyes and feel into that love. Just really dwell there and feel in your heart center. What happens now? I want you to feel the expansion and the joy in your heart from the love. Your body, my beautiful, loving people, responds to both of those. And when I go to the love, I can literally feel my heart and my energy expand. I can feel joy. When I go to the fear, my body did it automatically. Did you see that, John? It went like this. It constricted down. And the universe of your body is telling you, be love, be love. And, you know, what they're saying to me is, yeah, but somebody raped me. Yeah, but somebody incested me. Yeah, but somebody took my career away. Yeah, somebody took my money. It doesn't matter. They're not going to change what happened. You're not going to change what happened. What's important is in this moment right now, what are you doing with that? Where are you choosing to take yourself? And you know, the other thing they gave me was really interesting. Someone or something has to take my power away. And we're all taught that between conception and 8, even our parents, guys. How many of us were taught you're the power of your own health? What's the first thing? I hope you guys really did the worksheet that was attached to today's seminar, because it will really put you in touch with what belief systems you were raised with. I mean, I can't remember one instance where anyone in my family got sick or I got sick. And I was taught, what do you think you did to create this, Dee Dee? What do you think about? Are you angry at anybody? Are you fearful of going to school? Is somebody mistreating you? Because I want you to know you're a powerful creator. Oh, I don't think any of us were taught that, John. I certainly wasn't.
Yeah.
We're taught verbally and we're taught through what is modeled in front of us. I remember most of my life watching my mother go to doctors to make sure she was okay. So the message was to me, to my little girl, and they're running the show on everything we do, by the way. The message for me was, you have to go to doctors all the time if you're going to stay okay. So I really had to thank Mom, first of all. Thank you for being the model to me so I can embrace and understand what I did not want to create. You know? Okay. What's that bringing up for you to ask, John? I know you.
Well, no, it's just it's such a core teaching that's ingrained in us. Again, give up your health, don't listen to your own intuition, to your own awareness, or
Exactly.
even it's not even listening. It's like no one even taught us to even try to listen.
Yeah.
Not as much as it was ingrained as go see the doctor, go get this shot, go take that pill. It's like, oh, everybody in school's got the flu, so you have to have the flu. It's all of these different things, but
Yeah.
our natural way of being was not something that was really nurtured
I mean,
in, in our
let's
mental
stop for a minute.
state.
What does health feel like?
Mm,
The first word that comes to me is energy. When
mm,
I'm healthy and I feel good, I'm filled with energy. I wrote one of my e-blasts a couple of 3 weeks ago because I was exhausted, and I realized that people kept saying to me, "Oh my God, aren't you tired, Dee? You're doing so much. Aren't you tired? You must be exhausted." And before I knew it, I thought, "Oh yeah, maybe I should slow down a little bit. Maybe I should, I'll rest." Well, rest isn't what excites me.
right? Exactly.
Creating excites me. Do we want to create in a balanced way? Absolutely. And that's how easily you can grasp onto somebody else's limiting beliefs that then become how you are directing your life.
Mm,
Now, brain science says whatever you focus on, you create more of. And we focus on our beliefs, right?
mhm.
Consciously or unconsciously, we focus on what we believe. So I would like everybody to just practice getting up every morning and going, wow, how healthy today can I feel? That's my direction to me. I'm choosing health and wellness and vitality and energy because, bottom line, guys, we are energy. You can't not have energy because you literally are energy, but you can have the belief that takes your energy and dissipates it so you feel like you don't have it.
Mm. I want to ask you something because it's a big flip of the switch. I
Yeah.
struggle with it, and I've done God knows, how much energetic work, and I consider myself pretty mature spiritually, if you will, from different practices, from awareness of limiting beliefs, from being open to attune to what else is possible. And I understand about accepting my own power to create and that it originates from me. And still, sometimes it's just hard or seemingly hard to really take ownership of that. It's like, wait,
Well,
why is that so hard?
they're telling me this is the belief your little John is holding.
Mm,
Page here. First part. I want to go back, but I'm stuck here.
oh, interesting.
And back is to, that's the highest thing. Huh. Back is to, and think of your childhood when you didn't have so much responsibility.
Hmm.
So around 7 years old, when did you have to accept a lot more responsibility? 6, 7, or 8?
Yeah, around 6 or 7 when I became aware and knew that I can actually influence in a way
Yeah,
that can maybe alter an outcome that and the scenarios weren't so pretty. Yeah.
the scenarios weren't so pretty.
Hmm.
So then here you are enlightened, and here's that belief, and you're coming right up against it
Mm.
to heal that 7-year-old. So what you want are positive, joyful, powerful outcomes,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Instead of what happened when you were little. And we put those beliefs together like that. You
Hmm.
know, you can be walking in the woods, let's see, with your friend when you're 6 years old, and a big rabid dog comes out and scares you to death on a beautiful, beautiful fall day. And then you get to be 25, 30, 35, and your friend goes, let's go for a walk. And as soon as you get to the woods, you go, wait, what is that? Why do I not want to go into these woods? They're sense memories that we have to now lovingly work with our little children to recreate a new reality, a new belief system. That when I powerfully come forward, like a lot of the plans that you have in the works right now that you're looking at, John, this affects how smoothly that's all going to go.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, totally. So, how do you deal with that then? Well, now you have the information about the lack of health that
Mm.
you don't want through that belief. So you can direct, and all energy must be directed in order to take physical manifestation. So now you can say, when I come powerfully with all these ideas and these new things that I want to expand everybody with, and now you can go, it's going to work, it's going to work, it's working now, because I'm creating it that way.
Yeah. But when you asked earlier what health means, you received energy, and two words came up for me back to back, and there were vitality and prosperity.
Yes,
Very
yes.
str- and the prosperity word's been coming up a lot lately. Um,
Well,
with
how can you feel
interpretation.
prosperous if you
Right.
don't have the health and wellness to follow your dreams through?
Absolutely.
That's what I mean. It affects your health and wellness, and the belief system around it affects your money, your relate. How can you be in a healthy relationship
Mm,
if you don't have the vitality to go out and feel love and go places and be with people and meet people,
mm.
you know?
I'm curious what your communication with the guides are about the quickening that's happening where those things that are below the surface, the unhealed parts, whether they're in our individual lives or collective events that are happening,
Oh,
how things are having to, there really is a quickening to be in relationship with those things for some type of resolution to occur. Are they
yeah.
speaking to you about that?
Yes, everything begins within us, John. If
Mm,
we don't bring ourselves into alignment, whatever is out of alignment shoots out into the world and affects the world. So if we are going to affect the world right now and the world within our own homes, we have to address ourselves.
well, I would even reframe that and say we are affecting the world, and it's time that we be
Yes,
conscious of how we're affecting it.
absolutely. You know that the I'm on shaky ground here, I know, but I'm going to share this with you since you brought it up, because I asked, what is the belief that is in the biggest way of the health of America.
Mm.
Hold on, let me just test it. Is it still the same thing? Yeah. I want somebody to tell me what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to think for myself. Some right or wrong, I don't care. Just tell me what to do. And that is also what we learned from religion. We do not have the power to think and create ourselves. So we always have to go to the higher power, which we literally are,
Mm.
but we always go outside of ourselves to ask whomever is in charge at the church or our spiritual teachers or whatever, us included.
Yeah.
I always say during my privates, this is what I'm getting, and this is the highest answer I'm getting, and you are the God of you.
Mm.
Feel into your own knowing. What do you know?
Mm.
Because, back to the humble thing, it says in the good book, I want to give you all the desires of your heart. Not if you're a certain age, not if you're worthy, not if you're black or white or red or gray or whatever. I just want to give you all the desires of your heart. And these miracles and more will you do also because you're the powerful God of you. On this plane, nobody can think a thought for us, feel a feeling for us, or hold a belief for us that we do not choose
Mm.
consciously or unconsciously. And that's why all my work is called conscious creation, because so many of us are still creating unconsciously.
Mm. Well, and it's really interesting how 2,200 years later, we're still at the same place. No, you're
Yeah.
not allowed to believe that you are directly God, that you're the son of God, if you will. If it's blasphemous, then you'll get stoned for doing it.
Yeah.
And we may maybe not be that archaic, at least in our Western society, in that way, but we're stoning each other with judgments and beliefs on a continuous basis.
Absolutely. And especially ourselves.
Yes.
And we continue to encourage that,
Mhm.
especially according to my channel, our accepting the power of our own health and wellness
Mm.
and the creation of it is really the final frontier. A lot of us have moved into knowing that we are the creation of money in our lives, that we are the creation of relationships in our
Mhm.
lives, being clear about what we want and what we want to choose, because that literally is the first point of creation. If you don't know what you want to create, you cannot create it.
Yeah. You've been very direct about what you've been wanting to create. Again, over the years, I've seen you like really anchored in the new ways and this
Yeah.
direct line and this knowing. And it's not even a request. It's like this is what
Yeah.
I'm devoting to. It's like a devotional type of relational energy that you're matching and it's meeting you in that relationship. And
Well,
you're becoming quite the I don't want to call it manifester because it's not just about manifestation. You're becoming quite a magnet for the resonance that you're putting out.
yes, magnet is a perfect word.
Mhm.
And that's brain science, John. It is also spirituality.
Mm.
But again, every thought, every feeling we have shoots out an electrical signal. That's why they measure your heart and your brain with electrical equipment.
Mhm.
So we shoot out that signal of, oh my God, I'm just sick all the time. The universe goes, I got to match it. Whatever you send out, my job is to match it.
Mhm.
Matches it, keep sending it back to you. as the experience of your life, and then we call it karma.
Oh my goodness. I want to get into some Q&A. We have some people with their hands raised and
Oh, goody,
that experience
goody.
because I want to get into a special offer also because what you put together and how is that empowering so many people? It's amazing. Again, every time that you come on, I can't believe that you're like outdoing yourself from the last time. And if we,
Well, I love you, John, and I
I,
love this program. And I know within me 100% your pure intent
mm,
in healing. And that excites me and makes me want to do more.
I love that.
And that's the way the world works, right? And that's the way your body works. The more you love it, the more it wants to be there for you and give to you. And okay, here's somebody. Oh,
There's some more people coming in, so we're gonna go to everybody here.
hi, baby.
And so we're going, let me find people on the screen. But one thing I want to say before we take our first callers is that I'm finding also that again, as I'm maturing, there's like a softness that's happening in me as well.
Yes, you
And
bet.
in that softness and that knowing and trusting of me, what I'm attracting as business partners, relationship partners, friends, and all that, it's a different quality.
You bet.
It's a different quality.
Because whatever you put out, you magnetize to
Yeah.
you.
But it's been so notable.
Yeah.
And the standards get raised, not because I have a judgment of other people, but because I know myself so well and what feels in alignment for me at the
Well,
moment.
and because you love yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
And whomever we love, that's who we want to give our best to. We
Yes.
should be at the top of that list.
100%.
You bet.
So amazing. All right, Lee, let's get you to unmute. Welcome.
Hello, gorgeous.
Treat. Thank you so much. Hi, John. It's a pleasure to be on your show again. Oh, Dee, I just really wanted to share this quote that a little girl said on a movie last night called Legal Eagles with Robert Redford.
Uh-huh.
So her dad was becoming or in tune to become a prosecutor. But what was going on was totally against his values. So he went over to the defense, but this woman was like, everybody believes she was guilty. Even the jury believed she was guilty before she started. And his little girl said to him, "Oh, well, Dad, you're getting into politics." And he said, "I've always been in politics. Life is politics. We are always engaging with each other in a way that works." And she goes, "Oh, well, that must mean what sexual politics is, right?" And he gets all flummoxed and he says, "Well, what are you talking about?" And she goes, "Well, like a boy likes a girl, but he won't say that he likes her or won't let anybody know that he likes her. So she knows that he really does like her. So it's really politics is just getting what you want." And so I had to share that with you because it's really true. It's like the more you know what you want and you really stay consciously aligned with your values, you get it. And I really want people to come to your politics webinar next week because I think it's very, very, very important.
My next webinar is the pulse of politics. I'm biting off the apple and jumping in and doing it because I just think we all need guidance.
I agree. So Lee, what's your question for Dee?
Well,
So we
my
take some other
question
questions
is
also, yeah.
like, what are the tools that you use? I want you to share them again. I know you do all the time, but what are the tools that you use to really stay in your body as the love that you are, like that?
Well, first of all, I'm very clear about creating that intention every morning. I say my purpose today is to be love and take love out to everyone and everything and magnetize love back to me in every way. So that's the first thing. If you want to be love, direct yourself to be love. And then I want to make sure people understand that when you create with your power through divine love, you cannot misuse your power. It's not possible when you create through love. The third thing, Lee, is I stay conscious. I had a thought earlier. Do you know, I'm such a creator. In the last week, I've had 3 film offers come in. Yeah. Now, in my business, there are a lot of belief systems that when you're a woman, and especially an older woman, you're not going to work. I don't buy into any of that BS at all. So I just say, bring me everything I love to do in the healing work, in the acting work, bring it to me, pay me well, give me parts I love to do with people I love to work with. And I have had the best. I just got home from Kentucky, had the best, most honoring experience there doing a part that I just loved. So I had a thought earlier, and this is how it happens like that. I had a thought going, oh gosh, maybe I should create a little more time and balance here because all these pictures are, and I stopped and I went, not the thought that's going to get me what I want. So I self-talk. And by the time I finish self-talking, I'm laughing. And I just stopped and went, Deanna Bowers, Wallace Stone, all the names you've ever been, that is not the thought that's going to give you what you want. The thought that's going to give me what I want is I'm creating all these great opportunities. I'm getting everything I want in them. And I am filled with energy to do them. And I live a very balanced life, including my home life while I'm doing it all. But you have to stay conscious to do that, right? I'm telling you that self-talk, it'll make you laugh. Deanna Bowers? Because you know, Lee, it's our little kids that are running the show.
Beautiful. Lee, thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, thanks, baby.
And for sharing. Yeah, amazing perspectives. All right, let's continue here. Katie, let's go to you now. Welcome to the call.
Hi, thank you.
Hi,
Indeed.
sexy. How are you?
Hey, hey, good. I really appreciate your tools. They're
Thank
so
you.
helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is if you have any insight. I know this is an old story, but I have dealt with exhaustion pretty much the majority of my life. And I just wondered if you had any insight or words for anybody who's dealing with
Well,
or
you know what they're showing me is a steep hill like this and you trying to get up it.
Okay.
Okay, this started, everybody's balanced. Okay. This started with your mom around 3 years old. So what did you witness from your mom when you were younger about her trying to get where she wanted to go?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I guess I have to think about that.
No, don't think about it.
Okay.
You know it. Go to your heart. What did that little girl watch mommy do?
Okay, the first thing that's just coming up is I watched her read all the time, and it was kind of her escape, and she was always on the couch reading when I wanted her attention, is what's coming up.
Okay. So you're exhausting yourself. Boy, it's my big yes. You're exhausting yourself trying to get the world's attention, sweetheart.
Ah, yeah, that resonates.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what do you want? What belief do you want to replace that with?
Um,
Should I
I-
help you?
yeah, please.
The world sees me. The world acknowledges me. The world energizes me. I have all the attention I want because I am creating my world that way.
Ah, that's great.
Now, go to that love place that we went to at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
That's what it feels like when the world acknowledges you and gives you your due attention. Feels like love, which you didn't get from your mommy, sweetheart. Thank her. Thank her for showing you that. So in this moment now, you can become more empowered.
Thank you. I
You
appreciate it.
bet. You
Mm.
bet, sweetheart.
Beautiful. Thank you for calling in. Blessings. Now, what would you say? So she's running exhausted, and I can relate. I've gone through periods where I ran exhausted. I also knew that I was in a dynamic where I was running myself exhausted emotionally, um, financially as well to try to
What
get
were
it.
you trying to get, John?
Exactly. Well, I was trying to earn love. I was trying to,
Yeah.
and
Isn't
I
that what we all wanted when we were little?
absolutely.
Please love me. Please love me.
Let me show
Yeah.
you. Let me show you how much you can love me. Let me show you how much I'm worthy to be loved. And
Yeah.
I got to the point where I really required medical assistance just to get me back into balance a little bit. Of course, the energetic and the emotional part were balancing out. I was so off kilter. It's like, I know something needs to change. It slowed me down enough. It's like, whoa, this is out of balance. What would you say to someone who's so far exhausted? I know it's different from person to person.
I would say, first of all, I think this is important to address. We're not telling anybody not to seek medical help here. We
Mhm.
are not telling you that there is not a place and a purpose for medical help. And I am saying that doctors will be much more successful in helping you if you become active creators of your own health and wellness.
Right.
Okay. When you heal what is within you that you're fighting, then whatever the doctors are guided to do also comes from the energy of you going, I am allowing you to help me heal because I have directed me to be the state of health and wellness. And I want you to understand that's much different than the words, can you fix me?
Mhm.
Because if we're trying to fix an illness, our attention is on the illness. So it's kind of a mind screw. I understand that. You want to take the steps that you need to take medically while you are consciously moving into the love and the peace and the excitement of being health and wellness. So the biggest downfall, like I had a doctor look at me today and say, you'll probably be on Eliquis the rest of your life. And I looked at her and said, I understand why you believe that from your medical point of view, and I'm a pretty awesome creator.
Mhm.
And I don't choose to create that for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They told me, as a lot of you know, never be able to have children. 6 specialists.
Mm.
I said, thank you. God and I have a different plan. Here come the tears. My beautiful daughter just gave me my first grandson
Mm.
because I didn't accept somebody else's belief. I don't accept the beliefs that my country's going to hell at all, or the world. I don't accept the fact and the belief that men hate each other.
Mhm.
I don't believe that. But back to politics, we are the ones that have to move forward to powerfully create those beliefs that men and women are here to love each other, support each other, and to create love and peace in this world. You get caught up in all the drama that's going on right now, you can't focus on that.
Mhm.
You got to choose, guys. You got to choose. Which, by the way, whoa, hold on. What's going on in the world with the famine and the wars and the starvation and the politics is, well, they won't even let me say one of, is the biggest reason for the lack of health and wellness right now.
Mm.
We are being consumed by things that take our attention and go, here, look at this anger, look at this judgment, look at this negativity, and going, nope, God and I have a different plan.
Right.
Wow, that was interesting. That's Lee, write that to me for the webinar. She writes me notes because she knows when I'm in the channel, I don't remember. Okay, what else, John? Did I answer your question? We got off on a big tangent there.
We got off on a beautiful tangent and you got into it and you took us deeper into what's coming up. And for anyone else who, again, the medical issue, the not knowing, Katie, the chronic fatigue, it's when we align with taking back our power, the solutions that are going to support us taking back our power are going to align with us much more easily as well. So it's not that we're dismissing the support that can come in from so many different places. We're actually aligning also to a higher place on how expediently it can
Within ourselves. Katie,
within us.
what excites you? What
Hmm.
do you go about?
Super fun things happening all the time, or fun opportunities showing up, which they have.
Okay, go create them.
Go create them.
You want more energy?
Yeah.
See, you're going, I don't have the energy to create this, but it works the other way, baby. When you create the things you're excited about, the energy's there. Okay, try that.
I
Just
will.
try creating one thing tomorrow that you're excited about, even if it's taking your doggy for a walk, or calling somebody, or watching a movie that you love that makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Just try it and be conscious of feeling the difference in your energy.
Mhm.
Okay?
I will do that. Thank you. Thank you.
bet. It's
And-
so much easier than you think, guys. It's easy.
It's easy. And the outlines it for us. Chris, put the special offer link in the chat box so everybody can access that while I'm talking about D real quick. Y'all will find the link in the chat box. If you need an example of someone who's doing what D is suggesting you to do, look at D. Look at what she creates. She is in her 70s. She is like running circles around people half her age. She's creating opportunities and prosperity when most people are taught that they have to retire and sit on the porch in their rocking chair, waiting for their last breath to come. She's an example of what's possible at any age.
Yeah, I want to breathe after I'm dead. How's that?
I'm sure you will be. But y'all, and again, that's why it's so wonderful every time Dee comes on, because not just the communication and the upliftment and the channel that comes through and the activations that happen in our vitality, just receiving the osmosis of what's emanating through her.
Oh, thank
But
you.
then she puts together these amazing, like next level offers for us, included with a private message that you receive, particularly to you. So it's crazy the energy that runs through you, that you can be on a film set and do this work and channel and be a grandmother and be so joyous all the time. And it's remarkable. Y'all, if you hopefully you've clicked on the special offer link. If you haven't found the link, open up a new browser, go to beyondtheordinaryshow.com/marketplace. You'll find these pictured, the special offer button, click on that, and guide us through what you put together for everybody.
Well, it really does break down how to do exactly what we've been talking about. And it breaks down the understanding. So I find, John, that so many people in the spiritual world think it's chance. Well, maybe this will work. I'm telling you, it does work, and it will work if you do it. Because it's not just spirituality, it's literally how energy works. And that's why the special offer is, I believe, so great and so important, because it presents it from both sides. The most important decision you will ever make. That's based on Einstein's, is the world positive or is it negative? Is it love or is it hate? And that defines the perception and the belief system that you see the world through. I Am Wellness is all kinds of spiritual information, channeled information about the state of wellness and how we create that and the beliefs that support that. And the science of spirituality, integration of the whole being and creation, one of the best programs I ever put together. It's a 3-part, and I think the descriptions are really very clear there, the 3 parts of this. And then, of course, my individual guided channels information to all of you. Your greatest negative belief thwarting the creation of health and wellness in your life, and the most powerful positive redirection to create your shift into glorious health and wellness. But up, that's all, folks.
But that's a lot.
It is a lot. And you know how I teach. It's easy, guys. It's easy to understand. It's doesn't go in. I don't use a lot of big flowery words or long sentences, or it's just, this is how you do it. Let's get to it. It's fun. It's joyous. It's easy. Let's go.
Well, what also happens is that you're providing a path. And again, a lot of us have been working in spirituality or taking programs with different coaches and different modalities, and then past life regressions, Akashic readings, connected to the channels, learn how to do all that. And it's all been wonderful muscle flexing, building the capacity that we have within us, even refining it for so many of y'all. But we need a path. We really need a path to focus on, and step by step. And when we can have the impetus and be able to receive an alignment of a path that resonates for us, and we can be inspired by it, and we can be disciplined in walking that path. That's really
See,
allows manifestation to happen.
the biggest challenge, guys, that I find working, I do 4 or 5 privates a day.
Hmm.
The biggest challenge I find with people is they hear it, they study it, they talk about it, they read it, but you don't live it.
Mhm.
And when you really live the very simple principles of directing energy and choosing what you want and feeling love like that,
Yep.
and joyfully like
Mm.
that.
Right.
John, does Julie have her hand up?
She does. She's waving.
Is it all right? I'm being just really pulled toward her.
Yeah, Julie.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
Before you ask Julie a question, I want to finish up so I can be just
Oh, I'm sorry.
wrap this up. And Julie, we'll get to you in a second.
Yes, sir.
But y'all, the special offer again includes a personal channeled email from Dee. So she's going to send you an email. She's going to tune in and it's profound. She gets right down to the core. And she'll go into your greatest negative belief, thwarting the creation of health and wellness in your life. And to have just that information to give you that starting point from, instead of because again, we get directed in so many different ways, to have that anchored in, the empowerment of just that, no matter what modality you go into, having that awareness is life-changing. Dee has created all of this. That whole special offer included the channeled reading for $111, y'all. It's ridiculous that you're going to get a channeled emailed message from Dee plus all of this. And it's a path. I cannot recommend it enough. $111, a 2-payment option. The link's in the chat box. Y'all take advantage of it. I interrupted you, Dee, but I really felt.
No, sorry, I interrupted you, John.
Okay. What were you going to say?
I just was really called to go to Julie.
Yeah, let's go to Julie now. Julie.
Hi,
Yes.
baby cakes. Are you
Hi.
ill?
No, I just I've been really bad, depressed and suicidal for like 2 weeks, and out of the blue, and I feel like almost like a demonic thing, it has a hold of me or something.
No, let go of that belief right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Julie, you learned this in 5th grade, everybody. Everything is energy. Energy is neutral. There's no good energy, no evil or bad energy, unless your belief system supports that.
Okay.
Because as you believe, it's delivered to you.
Okay.
Please get that tonight. If you can get that one rule, it'll change your life. What they took me to is when I value myself, I have to abandon myself. That is what is at the core. I have 2 suicides in my family, Julie. I understand that state really well. You were taught, what religion were you raised?
Christian.
You
I'm not a religious person though, but I
No,
was.
but look, guys, again, whatever you were taught or modeled from
in a high-
conception to 8 years old is locked in to your brain, and you have been creating your lives around those belief systems ever since. And one of the biggest things that you were taught, my love, is that you have to give up yourself to take care of everybody else. Does that ring true to you?
All my life. Right now, I've been alone for years, but
Okay.
it's
And
hard.
being alone, my beautiful Julie, well, I can feel, I don't usually take on feelings. The highest word they're giving me is despair.
Mm.
Being alone is the biggest way that we give ourselves up. So I will give up my vitality. I will give up my love. I will give up my power of self-creation because God will take care of everybody else then. It's a false belief. It's a false teaching. God never said that. God never taught that.
It has nothing to do with wanting a man or anything in my life. Do you know what I mean?
No, it has to do with you loving yourself, sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And John and I, and everybody here on the call, are giving you permission to love yourself and sending you all the love we have to support you in this journey.
Absolutely.
Sweetheart, suicide is what you do when you believe you have no power of self-creation. And I am telling you, you have all the power. There also is you also have a chemical imbalance. I'm not a doctor, but that came in very strongly. Are you working with a doctor for this?
I don't have any insurance. I don't have money. I can't go to a doctor.
Doesn't Medicare, I'm not on Medicare, does it?
I'm not on anything. I'm not on anything.
Well, you can get on it.
Yeah, you can.
You see, Julie,
It's
that's
fast,
another
too.
way you're giving yourself up. No, you sign up for Medicare and you go see a doctor or a psychologist, or I believe it has to be a psychiatrist who can test you for chemical imbalances within your body or your brain. Okay? And I have to address this. Julie, can I ask how old you are?
62.
Is that old enough for Medicare? Does anybody know? Or Medicaid? Check into it, Julie. If you start saying, I am getting help and I am drawing to me the possibility of helping myself. Okay? I love myself enough to do that.
My body is very healthy, extremely healthy. I eat only healthy because if I don't, my mind, I get worse depressed, you know. Like I can't have any sugar or flour or carbs. It
Okay,
drives it makes me super depressed.
I lovingly submit to you that is also a belief.
Okay.
And it is a belief you have. So right now you need to eat very healthy.
I do.
To
I have.
help. Absolutely. Good for you. And there is a chemical imbalance within you. I'm getting. John, are you testing this?
Oh, definitely. There's a balance that can come into place. And I also want to suggest from a very shamanic perspective, if we just go there, and this is just because we're in collective energies, whether there's from this world, another world, whatever it is, we've become so empathic and so sensitive. So I would ask anybody on the call, when you have a limiting belief in, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm afraid. And for you, it's like, oh, I want to kill myself, I'm suicidal. Pause, and ask, wait, who's saying this?
Yeah.
Who's saying this? And if I were to ask you, Julie, who's giving me this thought? Because I know that isn't me. Who's giving me this thought? Does it feel like it's inside of you or outside of you?
Well, I feel like I'm not good enough for anything.
Okay, who's saying that? Okay, who's saying this?
I feel it. I feel like I'm not worth being in this world.
Okay, love, and come back with me and let's pause a second. Hey, we're loving you right here. So for this second, honestly worthy and you truly belong because look at who's showing up for you. So honey, you're
Julie,
royalty right this second.
Yes.
how did your mom teach you that when you were a little girl?
I don't remember any of my childhood at all.
Yeah,
None.
well, that's when it started. And I'm telling all of you, if you're hitting blocks anywhere, look to see what you were taught or what was modeled to you
Mm.
from conception to 8 years old. For
My mom,
example,
my mom said I died 3 times. I quit breathing and it was they had to give me CPR and stuff. And I was on a respirator 3 times as a child. But I don't remember anything. I don't remember any of my
doesn't
childhood.
matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is you know what you want now
Right.
is vibrant, energetic health. And you want to be here and be a part of this life and spread love. That's what you want, sweetheart.
I
And
do. I do want to be alive. I just don't know how to be it.
I want to point out what shifted when Dee said that when you want to be here. The energy went from a chaotic kind of swirling into a very calm and still energy.
Yeah,
We
it did.
come back and listen to the replay because we won't be on here all afternoon, unfortunately, as much as we want to support you, and I believe that we are. If you go back to that pivot point where that chaos stopped for just a second, it's like, wait. It's like that truth came in and stopped that confusion because the confusion couldn't live in the truth of just that
Yeah.
moment. And find those moments. And again, that's why I'm asking anywhere where I'm not worthy, I don't belong, I'm not enough comes in. It's really pause. And again, these go into the root of it. It comes from our childhood. So did I hear that from mom? Did I hear that from an ancestor? And I'm calling it demonic because I'm picking up on their limiting belief that isn't really mine. And I'm calling it demonic because I don't know what else it might be because it's so negative. It's like, wait, this isn't necessarily mine. And how can I just pause just to ask that question? Pause long enough to also stop the chaotic energy from sweeping you away into its tornado. Just come back home one step at a time, slowly. Medicaid, Medicare, Google. I don't have medical insurance. I need help. I feel I may be chemically imbalanced or I feel suicidal. Where can I get assistance in California, Iowa, wherever you happen to be? And that little bit of research, you're going to find resources. I promise you, there's plenty. A little bit of due diligence, and you're going to find the help that you need.
So Julie, answer me. Do you
Yes.
want to choose right now in this moment, commit to being happier and healthier and wanting to be here? Do you want to do that right now?
Yes, I do.
Good. Wow. Can you guys hear the difference in the energy of her voice?
Mhm.
Okay. So tomorrow, that's the first thing. We have an agreement. You're going to get up and you're going to do some research and you're going to say, universe, I want to be here. You take me to the people who can help me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for being so honest and allowing me to do that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Blessings to you, Julie. Sending you so much love.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have to address something that Rocky, I don't usually read
Yeah, please do.
but he said, Dee, there's a lot of negative energy in the world. And according to my channel, there is no negative energy. There are people directing energy negatively. That's a big difference. Because when we know that we're directing energy in a damning, negative, hateful way, we can change it.
Mhm.
But again, you have to want to think for yourself.
Yeah. Well, Dee, there's a lot of muddy water in this world, but I still choose to swim in a clean pool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to steal that, John.
But
I
it's
love it.
true. It's like, where do we choose to immerse ourselves in, and why?
Yeah.
And I get it. If you want to help clean the pool, clean the muddy waters, you're not going to do it by diving in dirty and getting dirty with it.
Yep. Clean yourself up first, baby.
First,
Yep.
and focus on that and create more of that and preserve the sanctity of that in you. It's holy. Your clarity, your crystalline innocence is holy. Remember that, nurture it, and put yourself in a place that honors that truly.
You know, in the good book, it says, ask and ye receive. Ask in the original Hebrew is claim or demand.
Mm,
This will be delivered to me now.
yes.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, let's continue. Mary Eileen, I hope I'm saying that correct. Welcome to the call. And there you go.
Hi,
Hi,
thank
baby.
you. Hi, so excited. Thank you, John. Thank you, Dee.
You bet.
Yeah, so I am listening to everything you're talking about. Something really came up when we were talking about ages. And I go from having a lot of energy to no energy. And it reminded me of when I was 15 and my parents divorced. I was really super creative before that. And
Yep.
when they divorced, I had to become like the dad. And after that, it's like I couldn't do my talents and abilities like I did before.
Oh, you could, but at that age, you didn't know you could. You
Yeah,
know,
yes.
we're not trained to know that we are the powerful gods of us and the directors and creators of our own energy. And we got a little theme going here because we're going back to the same core belief, John. When I value myself, I have to abandon myself, and that's what you're doing. I have to be the dad now.
Mhm.
I've got to take care of everybody else. And any psychologist will tell you guys, whenever there's a divorce when you're young, a death when you're young, all children go, must have been my fault. I could have done something about this.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so thank them again for giving you this lesson. What you want to know now is, and it's a true statement, there's my big yes.
Mm,
You can't lose energy. That's all there is. That's all we are. Everything is energy. You want to start directing your energy to always be in balance and in flow, and always vitally there for your creation. Well, I can feel that. That
mm.
was a beautiful direction. That you are energy of me. You are always here vitally for my direction, my love, my creation. Okay?
Okay.
Does that
Okay.
make sense to you?
Can you say that a little different way at the end? Vitally myself. I didn't understand that part.
Well, you are directing your energy of you. You have that?
Okay, yes.
Okay. To be vital and always there for you, giving you the experience of the energy you want.
Okay. Okay. I got
Okay,
it.
good.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
So I get the vitality and the running energy and all that. And some days we just want to sleep. We want to lay in bed, watch a movie, a little bit things, and going, my body's tired today. And we can
Yeah.
honor that at the same time.
So do you love yourself enough to honor that?
Exactly.
That's okay.
And I think there's a drive sometimes, oh my God, if I'm not running all the time and creative and other people are producing so much at the same time that there must be something wrong with me, or I can't show up for people and I'm going to miss on something that I'm supposed to be doing. And I think we have to honor the rhythms of our body no matter what.
Absolutely. And actually, COVID was a good teacher of that.
Mhm.
That's one of the positives
Right.
that came out of this universal experience with COVID
Mhm.
is there were, well, slow down. There were a lot of people in the world who did not know how to be by themselves.
Mhm.
And when you take opportunities to be by yourself and honor yourself when your body and brain are giving you that message, a lot of introspective knowledge is made available to you.
Mhm. Yeah, beautiful. Honor the rhythms. It's
You bet.
important. It's so important. And again, tap into is like, where am I trying to do so much for another reason? Where is it trying to do so much and having so much energy? It comes from a place where I'm trying to earn love. I'm trying to prove myself. I'm trying to, and so there has to be a balance.
And that's when you give yourself up,
Mhm.
when you value yourself for
Yeah.
other people. How fast can I dance? Look, I'm dancing really fast for you. Look, I can do this. I can do this. I can help you and I can help you and I can help you. And
Mhm.
you got to put your own mask on first, guys,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, and then help everybody else. Just practice loving yourself enough to put yourself first every
Mm.
day. And you watch how you can serve others more.
You'll watch how other people show up for you.
Absolutely. And
Impressive.
they feed you and then you feed somebody else.
And they want
That's
to
the
feed you, but
exchange
we
of
just
energy.
don't, they want
What?
to feed you. We just don't give them the opportunity. They
Well,
want
if we believe we have to do it all, how
exactly
can we magnetize people to come in and serve us and help us?
right.
You know, think of it as a hug, guys. You know, when you go to hug somebody, hopefully they hug you back. It
Mm,
happens in the same moment. Giving and receiving is one entity,
mm.
not a separate entity. You give and you receive at the same time. And you want to be able to receive and give. That's the balance.
Amazing. Love it. Love it. Marilyn, thank you so much. Wonderful to have you on. Yes, thank you. Um, Julie, a lot of people are writing to me in the chat. They want to make sure that you're reading the chat and the comments for you. So it's everybody wants, a lot of people want to direct you there. So soak in that love that's coming through there.
You
And
bet.
Holly,
Receive, Julie.
I'm calling on Holly now. Holly, welcome to the call. What is your question for D?
Hi, yay.
Hi, baby Kate.
Hi. My question is it important to know what the limiting belief or ancestral trauma exactly is to heal? Because I have two ailments. I'm 47, young and healthy. I think I live in love and light. I have a really positive outlook. I'm following my passions. And I have had slightly elevated blood pressure for a year and a half. It's like only slightly enough to just keep me paying attention. And I'm pretty positive it's because of an energetic block, like something that I'm supposed to be working on. And I've had a couple of different intuitive hits and Reiki sessions. Okay.
Okay, so what are you pushing against? What's the first thing that comes up when I ask you that?
I think I feel like I carry too much responsibility to focus on or to do everything that I want to do well.
Yeah. See, you knew it all along.
But
That's it.
I really think that I've been putting it into balance, and
Nope.
I have not yet. Okay.
You think you do. See, you have to be really careful about how you phrase things when you test. It's true that you think you do. When I say you do keep everything in balance, goes right to no. And oh my God, we're going back there again. When I value myself, I have to abandon myself. So, okay, I'll use me. So I learned from my mother that if you're a good mom, you go to work, you take care of your alcoholic husband, you make sure everybody goes to church, you cook the meals after you've worked 12 hours and come home on a bus. That's what a good mommy does. And she never stopped to honor herself first, ever. So that makes me a really good teacher. That makes me a really good healer. I love to give. I love to give. I love to give. And I have learned to give to myself first, to always get the sleep, to always eat well, to do the things I love to do, to surround myself with love and people who nourish me. There's one person in your life that's draining, pardon me, these are the words they're giving me, draining the shit out of you. Who is it?
One person?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the CEO of my house and I have 3 kids and a husband.
Do you have a girl?
Yes.
Okay, it's the girl. How is the girl draining you? And it's your choice and responsibility about it, baby. How you look at her and go, oh, I'm so worried. I need to do this for her. What is that? You know what it is. What is it?
Well, she's 10, so I mean, I feel like I have all this with all 3 of them, so I'm surprised it's coming up from her for her particularly. But
Well, she's the plug-in for you to understand it. So, okay, that's the highest, most correct, most complete. You're not
okay.
responsible for how she turns out. You're responsible to love her and guide her in the highest way you can. And she creates who she is. And that's a message to every parent and grandparent. I have a 10-year-old granddaughter through my daughter's husband. And she was telling me about how she was getting bullied at school. And she said, Grandma, can't you do something about it? And I said, no, but you can. Well, what am I going to do about it? I said, let's take 2 weeks and get up every day and just feel how much you love yourself and go, you know what? I'm respected and honored in this world. And I respect all of you and honor all of you that's been bullying me. And I love me so much. I'm not going to do that anymore. Do you know it shifted in 2 weeks? In 2 weeks. Teach them how to create themselves. It will be the most valuable thing you can teach them. That's what it's about. That's what your blood pressure. Oh my God, am I doing okay? Am I doing a good enough job? Am I helping them? You are. If you want
So the
to,
affirmation is that I'm doing enough. I'm doing enough.
you're doing more than enough, honey.
I know. I
And
don't know. I do not know how to pull back. It's like
oh,
so.
BS.
Ah, there you go.
I'll
BS
figure
on
it out.
that.
I'll figure it
I'm
out.
calling you on that. I am calling you on that.
Mhm.
That's, people go, I don't know how to love myself. I said, do you have a dog? Oh God, I love my dog. Okay, so you know how to love. If you know how to love, you know how to love yourself.
Mhm.
Okay? You know how to talk to your children and go, you're powerful and you're beautiful. You're smart. You're creating you with love. You're just awesome. I love you so. That's a lot different than, oh my God, are they going to be okay? Are they going to be all right in this world? I've got to protect them. I've got to do everything. Too much pressure. And you can't anyway. Guys, you can't create for another person. You can guide, you can love, you can support. You cannot choose for them a choice they do not want.
Mhm.
All right, baby? Does that help?
I love it. Thank you for all the
Good.
time. I really appreciate
You
it.
bet.
Well, Dee, I want to add to this because this is really powerful because, again, as our children, well, anywhere where we're feeling restriction or something's off in our life and we can look for ancestors or dark energies or whatever it may be, it's like what's showing up in our life as mirrors? What is it that we're so focused on?
Well, what the
That's-
channel is saying, John, is I don't want to take self-responsibility, so I have to blame it on something or somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
And
don't want to think for myself.
well, and that's what
And
I'm
we have to teach our kids to think for themselves.
well, and we have to teach ourselves and
Oh, sure.
repattern ourselves to think for ourselves. So those things that we would say to our children, I love you, I'm here for you, I would show up for you, tell me when and where. It's like direct that at yourself as
Yeah,
well.
I've got a great example. Can I do it real quick? I don't know where we're at on
Absolutely,
time
yes.
because you know me, I'll be here all night. So my daughter, I think, was in 9th or 10th grade, and she lost her father before she was 7, and she found him. So she was acting out, and I called her on it. And she said, well, you didn't find your father at 7 on the floor, and you didn't have to walk in. And I stood up and I said, Gabrielle, that is the last time you will ever use your father and what happened to be less than who you can be.
Mm,
She says in her book, that's one of the pivotal moments that
yep.
shifted her life. If we keep telling our stories, guys, we keep living our stories. Write the story of the powerful you that you want.
Mm. And embody that and become the change that you want to be for those that you love
Yes.
and for the world
All
simultaneously.
those things that we've heard, now we know the truth that they're all based in.
Yeah.
Peter Pan, think happy thoughts and you fly. Wizard of Oz, you had the power all along, Dorothy, to get back home.
Mhm.
E.T., keep your heart open, live in love, you get back home. But we
Holly,
got to live it,
yeah, absolutely. All right, Holly. It's great to have you on here. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
blessings, sweetheart.
Blessings, blessings, blessings. Y'all, the special offer of the emailed reading, going to the core, science and spirituality merging, the power that comes in really getting that, and just how amazingly you're supported in a path that can take you there. Amazing special offer, $111, 2 payment option. The link is in the chat box. It'll be typed in there again one more time. There it is. If you don't look at it right now.
Oh, April, I love you, April. I just have to take a moment to say that. She's such a support to you, John, and such a joy to work with. I love you. Okay. I'll
This
shut
wouldn't happen without April for sure. So bless to April. The always so wonderful having you on here. Just
Oh my gosh.
love your fire and your truth. It's
I'm
amazing.
just buzzing, John. I'm just like this, you know, I can feel the love and the joy and the shift, and it's such an amazing community, and you're such an amazing person, and thank you for having me again.
Ditto. Thank you for coming on again. Love you. Everybody
Love you too.
loves you. Me especially. You're one of my favorites. Blessings, 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 Dee. And blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you on the next call. Namaste.